I came across this interesting article where matchmaker and dating coach Michelle Jacoby says men are not intimidated by the success or high incomes of women, but they do want women to behave differently than men. So she also says what men really want most is feminine, nurturing, kind, caring, easygoing women.
Boring.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'm like,
Katie Wise, so what are your thoughts on this? Do you think some men are intimidated by certain types of women, and has anyone ever labeled you intimidating?
everybody don't want the same thing.
Right.
Like, you can't speak for men in general. Like, no man wants this. And we obviously know this. I don't think a man would consider me intimidating, but possibly. But
because you're a business owner, you're a boss.
Yep. Yeah.
You know?
I just wouldn't view it that way, obviously.
I think who you just described as the man who wants the easygoing, boring, nurturing, like feminine. That's the one that is egotistical. That's the one where his ego can't be tainted.
Right.
So he wants somebody who's like expected and unpredictable. So you know where you're at, we know what you're sitting, you know? So I do believe there's men like that for sure.
Absolutely. I think if a man is intimidated by you, he's not your man. And I also think, though, that some women carry men energy. Hi, I'm Garcelle.
Did you
and
say
I carry men energy for sure. Sometimes I'm labeled like dude tendencies, right? And I think it's because I've been a boss. It's because I've taken care of myself for so long that I walk into a room confident and know what I want and know what I don't want. And I think sometimes that can be a little bit off-putting to certain men.
Yeah.
You know, they want me to be a little bit more docile and say, whatever you want.
Oh, hell no.
Right.
I would be so bored by that.
to America.
I feel like my husband thinks that that's like corny.
Does
like,
he?
I think that there's something he thinks is so dope about me being out. Like, I think that's what he likes
that's
about
your
me.
man.
Yeah, is that you're fiery, you're opinionated. Like, I think that that makes men like my husband go, ooh, like, she's interesting and intriguing and has something to say.
She's like a Bronco.
I'm normally
A bucking Bronco.
against this type of behavior, but I believe that if a man wants a certain type of woman and you want a certain type of man, then you have to date and to make sure that, because, you know, men are very straightforward. And if he has a lot of money, Garcelle, I would say be quiet and let him talk. What? And let him
What are you saying?
But because let him shine his light.
Oh, yeah.
And then let him shine the light on you.
No,
I know,
actually,
I'm a good listener.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a very good listener. But I just feel like I shouldn't have to dumb myself down for someone to find me attractive.
But,
because
I mean,
part of what makes me attractive is all of me.
But all I keep hearing, the only reason why I'm changing my mind about this is when it comes to dating and being in relationships, is that I hear men say, we're not the man anymore. We want to be the man.
Yeah.
But you say get over it. But at what point, if you want the man...
I know what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
If you feel like less of a man because somebody else has a dominant opinion...
I hear you, Adrienne, but let me start with this. I am with a very, very A-type man. Very A-type.
Okay.
And when I say A-type, it means he likes to shot call, he likes to lead, he likes to take care of the house and protect and do all those things.
I would love that.
I do too, and I did all that up until 40, right? I did all that, you guys. I built my own business, got my own finances together, got my own house, everything, took care of my own family. So when I moved into the house with him, I was like, all right, what we got to do here? What do we need done? And I started doing that, and there was a little bit of a struggle for us where he was like, you're doing too much. Like, some of this is my job.
I'd be okay with that.
So my point is, what Lonnie, I don't know if I'm putting your words in your mouth, but for me, what I had to learn was he is a man, and I don't need to do his job for him. So I need to give him space. I can do my things and still do it strong, but there are certain areas that he wants to do, and I'm going to let him do that.
And when you're dating, that's all I'm saying, that when you're dating a guy and he's that type of guy, it's not, I don't think it's fair to change that type of man.
Like Mama
That's
Mai
what makes him happy.
Mama Mai is you. She's like, I don't care how you are. I'm gonna be the man and the woman. You find your way. But then, in both the relationships she's in, even Uncle Ted, I love you, Uncle Ted, he has to step back because he's got no room. So
No,
it's like, whatever.
I would love that.
So that's that scenario.
What I'm
I don't want
finding
that
is
scenario.
men are great with that in the beginning, but then they get intimidated. Do you know what I mean? But I would love a man who would.
And you
come
shouldn't
in
change
and
who
take
you
charge
are.
and do his thing.
You shouldn't change who you are. What I just administered is what is okay with me. I feel good being taken care of.
I think it's okay to do you, be you, and respect the other person. And I think if being a strong woman and being so-called intimidating, if you love somebody, you recognize things in them. And I'm not being funny. It also can soften certain areas of you.
I was just about
And just
to
because
say,
you're one way here on the show, that doesn't mean you have to be that way everywhere.
No,
I've got
absolutely
softer
not.
sides
and
in
if
me
the
that I
man
never
is
knew.
taking care of things so well, I'll let go and I'll soften up.
Yes,
But that happens when you
Because you
start
feel safe.
dating.
Right,
and you
because
You
I
let
do
your
it
guard
safe.
down.
That's
right.
all I'm saying.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.